Hey guys, this is NitroZombie, and today's video is going to be a quick tutorial video on how to break Bedrock and how to gain access to the area above the Bedrock nether roof. Right now I'm on a survival realm where we've got a gold farm above the Bedrock nether roof, and this is one of the main reasons why people like to get up here, because this farm is so good, and this is the best place to build it. It's also really good for safe travel because Bedrock is a non-spawnable block. You can see over here that there's a break to get up and down to our nether roof really easily. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up another world, and I'm going to do a step-by-step on exactly how you can do it in your world. Okay, we're here right below the Bedrock nether roof, and before we get started with this tutorial, I'd like to quickly go over that there's been many methods to break Bedrock in survival over the course of Minecraft's history. Most have been removed from the game by the developers. This current method is working in 1.15, and it looks to continue to work in 1.16, and I've tested it in the most recent snapshots. If this changes, I'll update the title and the description. So let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. You need to make your way up right below the nether roof. The easiest way to do this is just mine your way up, leave some stair-step blocks so you can get back down. And what we're looking for is a bedrock piece that's at the highest possible Y level, and the way you check this is by using the F3 debug screen. If you see my cursor here, I'm going to go over to the left, and right up from the bottom you see the line says looking at block. We're looking for this middle number to be 127. Let's see if we can find one here. That is 126. That's not going to do. 127 right there. That's the block that we're looking for. I've already got a little setup over here with a ladder. And a quick word of warning, this is very important. Before you do this, you want to make sure that you have enough obsidian and a flint and steel that you can make a portal, where if this does not work for you, because there can be some trial and error involved in this, it takes a few tries before this works usually, this method. There's a way to get back down if it doesn't work for you and you're not stuck. It's very important. Go ahead and make a ladder up to that 127 Y level block that you found. And you want to make note of that block. Right now we're looking at block -33, 127, 25. Write that down so you know exactly what block to break once you get up top. So we're going to go ahead, climb the ladder. You want to have ender pearls on you. Once you get to the top, you want to continue to hold W. As you're looking up at the block, you throw the pearl. And at this point, we've actually glitched through. We're halfway through the roof. All you have to do is jump, and then we're up. So now that you're through the bedrock and on top of the nether roof, it's a good idea to go ahead and place down a torch on the exact block that you came up so you know which one you want to break. Double check that with the F3 screen. Make sure that you're looking at the exact block. And then let's go over here and look at what we're going to need to break the bedrock. You need a block of obsidian, one block of redstone, a trapdoor of any kind, a couple pistons. You need some regular standard blocks of any type, and then you're going to need TNT. You always want to take a little bit more than you think that you need. If you can bring a half a stack, a full stack, because this is a little bit of trial and error. Like I mentioned before, it's not an exact science. It does take some practice to get this to work. Generally, whenever I try to do this in a new world, it only takes me a few attempts, but it can be a little tricky. So let's go over here and get started. From my experience, this needs to be done in a specific orientation. You want to make sure that you're facing east. You can again check that in F3 over here where it says facing east. And you want to put the obsidian on the left of the block you want to break, and the redstone block on the right. You can go ahead and break the torch. Put a few torches around here just to light it up as we're working. You want to place a piston facing up on the block you want to break. Put a trapdoor on the side. Put a couple of placeholder blocks back here. The idea is that we are going to go into the swimming animation. And while we're in this animation, we're going to place a piece of TNT right against that block on the top of the redstone block. And then while it explodes in the same tick, we're going to attempt to place a piston right up against this piece of obsidian. And if we do it timing just right, it will break the bedrock piece right underneath of this piston. And that's why this takes a little bit of trial and error, because it's very difficult to get it placed right at the exact time. We're going to place the TNT, and then we're just going to spam right click right there to try to get it to place it right at the right time. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Place the TNT, spam right click. And it didn't work that time. So let's try again. There, there. Placeholder blocks there. Trapdoor. Go into the swimming animation. Put these two right next to each other. TNT. Spam right click. Didn't work that time either. Okay, attempt number 3. Piston. Trapdoor. Okay, that is exactly what you want to happen. You want the piston to be placed upwards like that, so whenever we break it, the bedrock is broken right underneath of it, and there is the ladder that we came up from. So we got it in 3 tries that time. It can be a little tricky. You got to really spam on that right click, and you will get it eventually. Just stick with it. Sometimes I've heard people say that if they change the controls, instead of right mouse button, use a button on the keyboard, reassign that so you can spam it a little bit quicker. Some people set up macros so it's easier to do it as well. Stick with it and you will be successful. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope this helps you out to get up here in your world. I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button, consider subscribing to see more content like this in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next one.